What's good, Boxing World? This is Zeb, your host of On the Ropes. Today, my special guest is none other than Maliek, Mayhem Montgomery. What's good, big dog?
What's up? What's up, man? Appreciate you having me on here.
Currently 6-0 as a professional, 6 KOs, 2 national golden gloves. Man, let's talk about it, man. How did it all start for you?
Man, after coming out of amateurs, I was decorated amateur coming out of amateurs and competing in the trials. Placing second behind Tiafimo. We had a slow, got into it with some. We got mixed up some bad management, and that was at the time. At the time, my dad was my head coach, and just training. I think we might have had 4 fights in 4 years. You know what I mean? And just everything moving slow. I had got in contact with Porter. I actually knew the Porter since like 2015, and we just talking on and off with him. And finally, we decided we got together, came out actually a couple times. Actually went to Sean's wedding, and from then, me and Coach Kenny just got together, put together a plan, helped me get from up under the bad management that I was under, and from then on, we just linked up, and now I'm doing my training camps down in Vegas, and we just been pushing forward and getting fights back to back.
Speaking on that, with the 4 fights in 4 years that you were talking about, how frustrating was it for you to not be able to fight in 2019?
Ah man, it was extremely frustrating, especially when I'm still training and dedicating like I'm in camps, and and like I got to fight right around the corner. That's how I'm training when I'm at home and doing that basically just day in day out for a whole year and nothing. And I'm at the time I was working 2 other jobs, so I'm trying to work my jobs and I'm trying to train in between that, and it's just extremely frustrating. But I'm just kept my eye on the goal as far as my focus on what I wanted to do. As far as boxing and what I wanted to do in sport.
Was there ever a point in time in 2019 that you thought about hanging up the gloves and quitting the sport altogether?
Nah, never. Nah, never. It's like I told my family, I told plenty of people that like boxing, that's just me. I love boxing, I love fighting, so it's just that's just something I do. Even if I wasn't getting paid for it or nothing, like I still do boxing. Like I love boxing.
What was the conversations like with you and Kenny Porter when you decided that was the best route for you to go?
Mm. It's crazy actually, because that was never like our the intent. When I first started talking to him, it was always just he's a really good dude. As I mean, he's a good person at heart, and most time we didn't really talk on trying to do something on the business side as far as boxing wise, and it just became we might have had a conversation about the situation I was in, and he really decided, hey, I'm in a position where I can help you with your situation. And once we did that, and it became a partnership, and he was like, hey, let's, what, this is a good thing we got here. Let's keep it rolling. Let's see what we can do with this.
What's some advice you would give to a young fighter so they wouldn't have to go through a similar situation like that?
You gotta watch yourself, man. You gotta, everything isn't what it seems to be on face value at times. You know what I mean? You really gotta be careful on the moves you make early on, so that that prevents you from having to backtrack and work around stuff later on in your career.
Would you even advise a young fighter to even sign with someone so early in their career, or just wait it out until you really learn the process of being involved with the sport of boxing and the whole business side of it?
Sometimes it's easier said than done. I feel like but yeah, I would probably advise maybe from the jump. Try to do what you can as far as solo moving, and trying to get in front of the right people, and get the right people in your corner as far as helping push you and push your career, rather than just jumping out there, the first person that's willing to give you any type of shot.
Now with Kenny Porter, he trains his son. So how was the conversation like when you told your father that you were going to be involved with Kenny Porter?
It actually wasn't. You know what I mean? Of course, it was always, it's gonna always be something, because of the fact that he's there. Even he didn't. My father's trained my whole life, and coming up. But again, he saw, just like I saw, it was a point to where I had reached in my boxing career on both ends to where I needed to elevate my game just to that higher of a level. And we came together and had a agreement as far as all right, this is how you can be operating, and I'm behind you 100%.
What is it like for? Let's go back to your amateur career. What was it like for a young fighter coming out of the state of Georgia, particularly the city of Macon, Georgia? Just to be on the big stage in the boxing scene for someone coming out of the South.
It was tough. It was tough mainly because coming in, I was an underdog my whole amateur career. Like the guys that I've upset and the guys that I fought, like the guy, it was always perceived like, hey, what is like, oh, people go look at the bracket and be like, hey, who is this guy from Georgia, Macon, Georgia? Everybody know Atlanta, and let alone, at one point in time being ranked number one in the U.S. And it's like, God, like what I mean, now to a point to where I had everybody in my weight class shook. Like, I come to tournaments, they're like, hey, you still at your weight? I'm like, yeah, I'm still here. Like, yeah, and it was tough coming up through, but once we got to a certain status in amateur boxing, it became like, hey, that's from me and my brothers, of course, and it's like, yeah, that's some guys, like, yeah, that's some boys from Georgia.
Man, how important is it, man, to have the city behind you, man, to have the city really have your back? Because I think they have Maliek Montgomery Day down there, correct?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, it feels amazing, man. It make everything. It kind of helps validate, all the stuff that I done had to go through to get to this point, and of course, I'm trying to reach, totally different heights as far as my career goes. But yeah, it feels really good to have the city behind me, after all the, the blood, sweat, and tears I've put into, amateurs and amateur accolades, and now I'm going transitioning to the pros and having a successful career, professional career, and having them behind me, pushing me, believing in my career, feels amazing.
What is it like also, man, to be around your brothers on the daily who box also as well? How are things going with them so far?
Everything's good, man. Right now they're training. They excited for me as far as me finally being able to move and push forward. And I'm telling you, don't be surprised if before you know it, you hearing their names ringing, and it's a trio thing. But yeah, man, I love it each day. Each day, and when I'm back home and we get to train together, it's just like when we were kids and we still training and doing our role work together and working.
Man, for people on the outside looking in, man, because my mom's from Macon, Georgia, man. What is it like, man, for people who don't know about Macon, Georgia, man? What is it like being from Macon, Georgia?
It's crazy. It's a little mix, man. Like everybody got they bad spots, man. I love making like I mean, like I always ultimately wanted to move away, but I always wanted to, have some type of foundation. I always go back to when I come back here because if you wanna, kind of stay out the way and you like a slow pace, just relaxed lifestyle, yeah, making the spot to set up, the spot to set up. But, every city got crazy, like this year and last year was crazy for us as far as like, crimes and stuff like that. But, I tell anybody you gotta know how to put yourself in a position, to be out of the way of situations like that. Because you don't, if you ain't trying to get into that type of stuff, you don't be around, you don't need to be around the spot.
Yeah, don't get
So,
it twisted
but other than that, overall,
because it's the South, making the country, man. Don't get it twisted, man. Macon,
oh
Georgia
yeah,
is one of
nah,
the
don't get
cities, man. Make it
yeah,
rough,
nah,
man.
don't yeah, nah, nah, don't get it twisted. Nah, don't come down
I
here.
think even
Yeah, nah,
crackheads got guns down there.
hey, 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 look, hey, yeah, don't nah, nah. Folks, I would say that people that come down here from like out of different cities and think like they're gonna come down here and just running and move it up. No, you're gonna be out there quick. Yeah, you're gonna be out there quick. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. But overall, man, as far as like being a Macon native, man, yeah, I mean, I can't do nothing. I love my city. I can't do nothing but love my city.
One of the things I noticed about Macon, man, that Mercer University is buying up everything. They buying up all
Yeah,
the hoods and
yeah,
everything right now.
yeah, man. That's what they doing. They slowly, everything is progressing in a way, and you got places like Mercer, and they buying up a whole probably like now they got like a whole little area downtown, dedicated to just Mercer, to where their students are. 24/7. And you got other big, corporations and businesses, schools and stuff that's doing the same thing in other parts of Macon, and it's kind of helping revitalize the city.
Yeah, because it took some major losses down there, like when the cigarette company left, and then you had a lot of the
Yeah.
jobs on the Warner Robins Air Force Base shut down,
Yep.
and it started to almost look like Detroit down there with the dilapidated
Yeah.
housing and
Uh.
how poor it was, man. So it really, for Mercer to come in, like you said, they're starting to do the revitalization of but in that process, it might gentrify Macon also as well.
Yeah, in a sense, but I'll say this: like the folks that are here, though, boy, they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. And down here, like we have a habit of like if we move into a certain places, like yeah, they taking that over. Like so, it's like nah, they're helping, but ultimately, yeah, these people ain't going nowhere.
One of the things, talking with different boxers, man, one of the things they do on their off time is, flip houses. Is that something you can see
Mhm.
yourself doing down there in Macon, buying a lot of property?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I already got my mind set on a couple things I want to do down here as far as the real estate business goes, as far as buying and flipping houses down here. I actually know a lot of guys down here as far as connections that I could go towards helping me doing that and setting it up. But every right now I'm focused on my career and progressing and getting bigger and better at my sport.
Speaking of that, right now you say you're training out in Vegas. What's that experience like that out in Vegas? Because I had the chance to go out there for
Uh,
Dennis Camp and Tank's Camp. It seemed like, man, all the gyms seem like to be out in Vegas right now. That's why all the heavy hitter fighters are going out there.
Yeah, and that's what it mainly is. It's a lot of fighters. Not even just because they got a solid amount of gyms, but up there, like people mainly go to like it's like four top gyms that everybody is at, and so it's like always plenty of work. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is just stick around long enough, and it's plenty of work, plenty of sparring, and then plus it's not even but a couple hours from Cali, so you got a lot of guys that are just commute over. You can get plenty of work down that way. Just the atmosphere is different as far as sparring down there. Sparring and working out down in Vegas is different.
Do you see yourself eventually moving out there like a lot of the fighters?
Yeah. Well, right now, yeah. Well, right now, with me doing all my camps down in Vegas, and I'm literally there 3 4 weeks at a time, and then I'm back home a week, and then right back at it because we're fighting. We're set to fight every month. So I'll be fighting this month up until March, I think. Right now, we got one schedule for every month. So I'm home a week, and I was home for the holiday, and I'm right back to camp Sunday, and I'll be in camp until my fight, and then I'll be back a week, and then right back to camp. So with me doing so much commuting, I think ultimately early next year I'm gonna end up moving out to Vegas.
It's interesting that you say that, being so active, having fights pretty much every other month, man. So it's pretty much you maintain your weight always constantly.
Yes, sir.
Now, with that being said, let's talk about the landscape of the other 126 and what do you see at that division right now? Because a lot of the fighters have moved up, like what you saw with Shakur Stevenson vacating and moving on. So, what do you see right now at the 126? Your goals for right now?
As of right now, I'm campaigning at 30.
Oh,
And
you doing the
yeah,
amateur portion?
right now I'm campaigning at 130. And as of right now, I really because I had somebody ask me that same question as far as who would I want to fight and which route would I go as far as the belts win and stuff like that. Right now, like I said, I'm worried on building myself as a fighter and getting more consistent. With my fighting style, getting more consistent with with my diet and my body and everything else. And I'm focused on all that. I really don't have time to, focus on, who this guy's beating and this and that. Like, because again, I'm gonna get there. Like, if you ever see me fight and you see the progression that's coming along since I've been fighting the amateurs, I'm gonna be there. So it's just a matter of who's gonna be ready for me when I get there.
Better question now that you said that you're at the 130 now. With that being said, how do you put yourself in that position to where you're able to get those big fights? Because there's so many names right now at the
Yeah.
130. How do you climb that ladder to put yourself in that position to be ranked in the top, you know, the top 3, top 5?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. But you mean all I can do really, as far as I go, is all I can do is continue to train, continue to get better, and trust my team. That's it. Trust my
That's fair.
team to push me. Yeah, trust my team to put me in position to be able. All they got to do is be able to put me in position, and they know like, hey, I'm gonna be able to step up to the plate. When it comes time to title eliminator stuff like that, like to be able to perform on that level, and that's all I gotta do. I just gotta keep on pushing and believe in my team.
Now, has Kenny talked about that with you as far as like his plans for 2021, as far as to move you along to get to that point, like he did with Sean?
The goal is 15-0 by the end of 2021. That's the goal. We 15-0 2021. If we can, that's what we're shooting for. That's what we're shooting for. And as far as the titles go, title eliminators, anything like that, we'll see. We'll see. But other than that, right now we're just working on, like I said, perfecting my fight. I'm just perfecting my style, and that's it.
Now, once Sean had a chance to work with you, what's some of the things that he would like to work on you with?
It's nothing not too specific. Just really
I said
working
Sean, I
on
meant Kenny.
working.
I meant Kenny though.
Yeah. Just it's mainly just working on the weapons, just working on perfecting the weapons that I already have. Working. In the amateurs, everybody know me big on my jab and body work, pressure, and just really perfecting it. Making sure my foot placement is correct. I'm firing my jabs off right. And I'm really keeping my distance as far as like really working to get to the body and not just throwing shots.
Speaking, that's interesting. That I was going to ask you about that. What is the difference from what you've seen coming from the amateurs when you're throwing a lot of punches and volume to where you got to set up your shot and sit on punches and things of that nature? How has that transition been for you?
Wait, repeat that question. Somebody called me.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, going from the amateurs where you're throwing punches and volumes to where you're
I can't hear you right. I can't hear you anymore.
Come out and come back in. All right, we're going to bring him back in momentarily. He had to come back out, go out for a second because he had got a call. So we're going to bring him back momentarily. But I truly appreciate everyone tuning in to On the Ropes, trying to bring you the best young talent in the sport of boxing, man. And I'm just going to continue to grind and bring you the next talent that's coming up in the sport. And he should be back momentarily. Oh, also while I'm waiting, man, check out the gear, teespring.com. Get that On the Ropes merchandise. Got the brand new hoodies out, brand new shirts. So definitely check it out. Great merchandise, great quality in the shirts. A lot of great feedback behind that. Also coming up this week, probably on New Year's Day, planning on probably having the show. We're giving out the On the Ropes Awards for 2020 with my dog, John the Barber. So we'll see. Right now, I'm just waiting for him to come back in. Then we'll bring it back on. You good, Malik?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Back to the question. What I was saying, in the
Yeah.
amateurs, where you're throwing a whole lot of volume punching, to where in the pros, where you're sitting back and creating your shots and sitting on punches. How has that transition been for you?
I mean, it's adjustment. Yeah, I mean, it's adjustment I'm still making, to this day. And and as far as, slowing everything down, because, I get into the habit of, if I land a good shot, I'm full throttle, nonstop. And I've been working with that with my coach as far as really sitting down and working off my jab and planting, sitting down and planting on these shots. And when I do, I'm getting these guys out of here.
Well, I got to ask, man, because like you said earlier, you fought T.O. in the amateurs. What's your thoughts on what you see what's going on with his career right now?
Right now, man, they moving that man. They moving him perfect. Right now, you know what I mean? His career is going, looks like, going exactly how his father predicted it to go. As far as, the fights that they wanted, they setting up, and they're in the position that, as right now in that whole 135 division, they in the best position right now. As
Yeah,
far as, they got those belts and they got, say so when it comes to stuff. Even though, I feel like it's other fighters in that division that are bigger draws right now. Like, Tank, the defense of Tank Davis, I feel like it's a bigger draw, as far as bringing in, people and, views and stuff like that. But still, right now, they're in a beautiful position.
You also got a lot of high praise from Teofimo Senior, man, when he was on a radio interview. I mean, on a YouTube interview, I heard. So he definitely got a lot of praise for you.
Yeah, man, that was scrap when we fought in the trial. Yeah, that was scrap, man. I thought I did enough to pull it out, but they gave him the nod, and ever since then, there's never been no animosity between us. Between us, me and them. I'm happy for them, what they got going on and what they're doing. Everybody, it's a lot of guys that want to be in that position. And all I can do is just buy my time, keep training, keep getting better, and I'm gonna get there.
How would you think it would be, man, to bring that world title back to Macon, Georgia, man?
Oh man, that was
you probably get the key to the city,
man. Hey, hey, yeah, probably, yeah, most definitely, yeah. I'm a rule. I'm running down here.
You get the title, man. I know you would love to have a world title defense down there in Macon, Georgia.
Oh yeah, I would love to do something like that. Bring the whole city out, and yeah, I would love that.
Oh, most definitely, man. Hey, I gotta ask, man, what's one of your favorite food spots down there in Macon, man?
Oh, it has to be a place called Caribbean Delights down here. Yeah, it's Jamaican. Yeah, it's a Jamaican food place. Oh my God, yeah, I love it.
Caribbean. Is that one next to that gas station?
Yeah.
I've been there. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I love. Yeah, man. Every time I come, them folks know me by name now.
Yeah, every time I come down there, I hit that spot. I hit Fish Dock. I don't know if
yeah, Fish Dock. Yeah.
I tell people that they sauce ain't like no other tartar sauce I ever had in my life.
Yeah,
I've been trying to get that recipe like a bug, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Cause
I didn't eat a lot of spots. I don't eat at a lot of places across the U.S. Yeah, ain't nothing like it, man.
Cause his brother got the spots. Celine got the spot.
Yeah, Celine. Yeah, man.
But they sauce not like the Fish Dock sauce though. Yeah.
nah, it's two different. Yeah, that's two different. Yeah, it's two totally different things. Man.
Man, like how y'all brothers got two different sauces, man. No, they make
yeah. I hit up Celine. Yeah, I love Celine. I love they fish sandwich. Oh man.
Yeah, I still tear it up though. Yeah, man. So a lot of people don't know. Yeah, and then what was that? When I used to eat pork like that, I used to like them New Way hot dogs.
Oh yeah. Oh man, yeah, them thing gonna taste stunk up, but they oh man, it gonna be worth it.
Yeah, man. Hey man, I'm truly proud of everything you're doing, man. When I come down there, I gotta come check you out in the gym because every time I hate been coming down there. Things I got so wrapped up with my mom's and stuff like that, and you done with her passing last year. So it just.
Oh wow, sorry to hear that.
Oh yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. But yeah, I was like, man, every time I try to holler at you when I got down there, there's always something going on. But next time I come down that joint, I definitely about the gym. Holler at the brothers also as well, man, and get their story also as well.
All right.
Who do you see before we leave, man? You having who's that fighter that you think you would have that legacy fight with?
Ooh, oh man. Ooh. I don't know. I honestly don't know, man. I believe it or not, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I don't want to say too much right now, but yeah, I ain't quite sure. Yeah, I ain't quite sure yet. I ain't quite sure yet, but I got something in mind. I ain't quite sure yet. I got to see how big. Right now, yeah, I got to see how big he gets.
Has anybody been calling you out?
Nah. I don't think you're gonna see that. I don't think you're gonna see that. I think ultimately it's gonna be one of them. kind of the same situation that Sean is in right now, as far as him being, top tier for 147 in the world. But everybody's like they want to fight Pacquiao, they want to fight Spence and all this, but nobody, hey, I want to fight Sean Porter. You know what I mean? And that's mainly because anybody he get in the ring with, it's not no landslide. It's always a toss up like, hey, this guy, oh yeah, they hype this guy out to be this, but hey, he ain't never shown. You know what I
Besides
mean? So
besides yourself, man, who do you see coming out of Georgia being the next star, man? Besides yourself,
a kid named Brian Norman, fights at 147. Yeah,
I did an interview with Brian.
Yeah, Brian. Oh yeah, that boy, nice, man. He nice.
He was in the dog fight the other night on Showtime before that.
Oh yeah, but he made for it. Yeah. That's the thing, he made for it. Yeah, I didn't spoil Brian plenty of times over. Yeah, that boy made for it.
Yeah, he sat in the pocket, man, and they was battling, man. I was like, dang, yeah, that was a good fight. I like that joint. Yeah. Shout out to Norman, man. Real talk.
Yeah, them my people.
Yeah, I mess with a lot of them down there, like Coach Mustafa, close to Atlanta.
All in them, the whole Atlanta area.
Yeah, he had good praise for you too when I had talked to him the other day. Yeah, man. But I like to say,
all of them good people, man.
I truly appreciate it, man. Before we wrap things up, man, what would you like for people to know about Maliek Mayhem Montgomery?
I'm a force in that ring. I'm a force. Y'all gonna see. I'm telling you, y'all gonna see. Just stay tuned. Y'all gonna see it unfold.
How did you get the nickname Mayhem?
I don't know. I actually got it. I got it from my people, man. They used to call me Punisher, and it was mainly because at the time that was when Paul Williams was at his heyday, and I used to throw a lot of punches. Like I was throwing over 200 punches around, and I'm working, and that used to always be my thing. Like I never was that. Oh, I'm gonna knock him out one punch. Like I'm gonna hit him with about 200-300 of these punches, and he gonna quit. And that's why they used to call me Punisher. And then, as I got older and I started getting more power, I started, really working off the jab and not just coming in there, just throwing shots. They came up with their nickname and it just stuck.
Hey, man, I truly appreciate your time today. I'm rooting for you, big dog, coming out of Macon, Georgia, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
Hey, man, once you start getting merchandise again, man, holler, man, so I can buy some merchandise from you, show support. Man.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
All right, man. Thank you so much for your time today, man.
Thank you for having me on.
Where can they follow you at on Instagram?
Oh, they can follow me at Maliek_Mayhem95 on Instagram.
And I'll make sure to put in the link of this interview also as well so they can click on to it.
Most definitely.
All right, man. Truly appreciate your time. Maliek Mayhem Montgomery, currently 6-0, 6 KOs as a professional. Hey, putting on 130 on notice. You want that smoke? Pick up the phone.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I truly appreciate it. Take care.
All right, now. You stay up.
All right, there you have it. Maliek Montgomery doing big things, man. Currently 6-0 as a professional, 6 KOs. Now under the tutelage of Kenny Porter, looking to do big things in the sport of boxing. Coming straight out of Macon, GA, Mactown. On the ropes. I'm out.